so I guess we'll have to figure out how to get our shit done by
At
11.
what time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, we'll be fine.
I mean, not
We'll be
11.
fine.
Noon, but that's 2 p.m. Eastern. I don't know where everybody else is, but 2 p.m. Eastern, I have a session. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, so I put on there we were going to be done at 11, which is my time. So
Okay,
right now
perfect.
it's 10. And so we usually go for about an hour. Last week we went for about 2 hours, but that was because the first 45 minutes was literally just Mocha and I pulling cards for each other and having a chit chat.
Yeah, so, I love that.
And it was fun. It was so much fun, and there was a ton of value in there for anyone who watched it because of the fact that we were doing polls. And anytime you do card polls and you do channeling or information like that, there's a message in there for everyone.
Oh, for sure.
It's not. I mean, it's specifically for one person, but almost every card I ever pull, I can relate to, and like, oh, okay, that's a good reminder. So,
exactly.
it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Okay, so let's see. Tammy, it was hilarious. Yeah, Tammy's finally the one who clued us in on the fact that maybe she was like, I sent her the link specific, I sent it from her in the messenger from my profile, and she was like, it's not coming up. Like, no link came to her. And I was like, oh, maybe I should check my privacy.
That's funny. So it looks fun. Like we're good. I mean, on my side, we're good because I'm sharing my own screen everywhere. So I think we're good to go.
All right, we're good. We got some people watching. So does anyone have questions? And actually, I do need to look on because 2 people left, or at least one person left a question on a post I made that if they couldn't make it live, they could ask a question. But everyone else, if you have a question, throw it out there. Let's get rolling.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's okay. Let's do it. And do you have, okay, well, first let's start here. Because Alicia I know a little bit of astrology, just enough to be dangerous. Alicia does a lot more astrology. So she wanted to maybe do a little bit of a chat about Mercury Retrograde. And since it started officially today, we're out of pre-shadow and into the real thing.
Yes, we
maybe, do you want to stop there?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Mercury retrograde is one of those that there's the foundational elements of it that we need to keep in mind, right? So and it starts today. So everything I'm talking to you about right now is about today through April 24th. And then it goes direct on the 25th, which you'll want to chill on the 25th and then start moving forward on the 26th of April. But this is a time, because it's like the planet looks like it's going backwards, this is a time to revisit things, right? Revisit things around communication, how you communicate, what you say, how you show up, how you express yourself, but it goes in introspection, right? So it's about looking at yourself and analyzing yourself inside. Where do you need to grow? What is the fiery energy of Aries bringing to you right now? Because Aries is more about themselves and where they're at and what they think and how they feel. And then when they express, it's very like powerful. I'm an Aries Venus, so I do that in my love life, if you can imagine. So I'm quite intense in all ways, right? So
I'm the Aries Venus too.
Oh yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about with that fieriness. Yes. So just be mindful. And so for me, if my Aries is in Venus, then Mercury retrograde for me is going back and revisiting how I operate in my romantic relationships, love relationships. Like, how do I show up there? How do I communicate there? How do I want to show up there? How do I want to be, right? So again, this is introspection, asking those questions and deciding, where do you want to shift? Where do you want to change? And then as you step into Mercury being direct on April 25th, then at the 26th, you start making those changes. So take that time to review. Now, during this time, the universe is always going to give you an opportunity to test yourself and see if you really want to make those changes. Are you serious about that? And the challenge that happens is you're faced with situations that make you apply it immediately. And it's usually not the time to do that because things can get really fucked up. So be mindful, right? So you've got that communication that can be discombobulated, or someone says something and you're like, why the fuck did you say it like that? Like, that was harsh, that was rude, or whatever it was, or that hurt my feelings. The person's like, I didn't say it like that. I said it like this, and da-da-da-da-da. And then there's this battle of what was said, and it's a huge misunderstanding because Mercury likes to fuck things up, right? So just keep that in mind. I always say, don't get married, don't get divorced, don't sell your house, don't buy your house, right? You don't sign any contracts during that Mercury retrograde. You'll be signing them on April 26th, right? For whatever reason, I tend to just get infuriated with my husband during this time, and I always want to divorce him during Mercury retrograde. So I'm like, I'm so fucking pissed right now, but I won't do anything until this date. And then we get to that date, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. You know, so that's my quick synopsis of some things that you can do.
I love that. That's so funny. That was amazing. Okay, so Lisa doesn't appear to be here at the moment. Need like another computer. I just need one more computer to be looking at everything on. So her question, I'm going to go ahead and do her question first, and I don't see any new questions here yet. Oh, 3/23, that's my sister's birthday that just passed here.
Oh, that's
okay.
fun.
So that's I've got to go back because you're just showing up as Facebook user for me right now on StreamYard, and I'm going to read Lisa's question, and then I'm going to go back to the live so I can see who all we're talking to that haven't given StreamYard permission. Okay, so Lisa's question: what should I focus on in my business and personal life for my highest good and good for all?
What was the beginning part of that question again?
What should I focus on in my business and personal life for my highest good and good for all? Basically, what should she focus on in her life for the greater good? How I would shorten that. It's the greatest good for all, and her personal and her business life.
Let's see if I can pull anything too.
Okay, now we're back. Okay, so Lucinda has a son who is an Aries, and he's very fiery, and that's who was born on 3/23, which is my sister's birthday.
Yeah, I got a hit, but I want to see what you come up with because I pulled a couple of cards here too.
You can go first. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So Lisa, first and foremost, like the universe is saying, like, or angels are saying, like, right now is your time, right? Springtime is your time to step into what it is that you truly want and manifest that. But your angels are also saying, like, hey, look, you're not really asking for what you want and like embodying that and empowering that. I get this like energy of wishy-washiness. Like you want this, you want to create this, you want to move, but then you're like second guessing and stepping back and doubting. They're like, listen, ask for what you want because we are here to like deliver this to you and bring it to you, but you are not doing what it is that you need to do in order to make it really, really clear. So it's like, if you want this dream business or you want this dream life and you want to build this, make sure you hold on to it tightly because right now in this energy is the powerful energy for you specifically in the spring for everything that is that you want to create.
Beautiful.
My other deck of cards. These ones are fine, but I have some other decks that just love me.
My deck was loving me this morning. I was like, oh, let me shuffle this for a minute. And I was like popping out cards. And like, here's your advice for the day, whether you like it or not. So, Lisa, I pulled you the leadership card in my unicorn cards.
Boom.
And the leadership card says, step into your leadership, share your message, and inspire and empower others. And I know, so I know Lisa through Facebook, but I know a little bit about her. I know that she's a therapist, and this is our baby horse behind us. He'll make his cameo appearances now and then. So I feel like you're shifting in your business, and I know what you do. I know you do. You're a therapist, but it feels like to me, it's like I want to say like healing circles. Like you're like it's almost for me. It's coming to me as in you're going to be leading in a different way, where you're serving more people at one time than what you currently do, and perhaps in a little bit different way than what you currently do. And of course, that will affect your personal life by giving you more time to spend with your family, which I know is really important to you. So that's what's coming to me. I'm getting tingles now that you're going to be shifting into more of a one serving many instead of a one-on-one type of situation. And I don't know how that looks because I don't know exactly how your business is structured, but that's what I'm getting as a message for you, that you're shifting the leadership. You already are a leader. I don't know exactly how your business is structured, but that's what I'm getting as a message for you, that you're shifting the leadership.
Oh, sorry. The layover of what
that's
you're
okay.
saying. Sorry about that.
No problems. Oh, that's funny. So that was what I got for her.
Love it. It really
So
like, it was like an addition to what I said. I love that.
Awesome. Okay, so Tammy would like to know, what do I need to focus on to turn my health around? She was born April 27th. She's a Taurus sun and a Taurus sun and moon and a Sag rising. Tammy, turn your health around.
All right. So let me go back to the question. I wanted to send out a text to invite some more people here with us. Are we doing this Facebook user one, or are we doing Tammy again? Oh, wait, we did Lisa. What do I need to focus on to turn my health around? Okay. Nice card for that. All right. What does Tammy need to focus on? Oh, yeah, I like that at everyone tag. I'm going to go do that. Oh, wait, you're in your group.
I'm in my group.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Aren't you in your group?
Oh, I'm live.
I said that you in your group.
I'm live in multiple places.
Ah.
Hey, Celia, welcome in. If you have a question, feel free to ask it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go first.
Yeah, you totally should.
Okay, so Tammy, I have 3 cards. I'm gonna do your soul truth, self-awareness card first. And this is, what is my body telling me right now?
Oh, I love that deck. I have that.
I do too. Our body speaks to us. Through physical pain or discomfort, our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. So this suggests that you get the book Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. And Tammy, you and I know each other. So I have that book. I have it in an ebook form. So if you have something specific, you can message me and I can help you out there. And also, just a plug, I also do stuck emotion energy healing. So that's my gig. I love that. This card says purpose. And I know that we've talked about purpose, and you're in the middle of changing a lot of things, you're shifting a lot of things in your life. I know what I am here to do. So I feel like some of what your challenges are, especially when it comes to like your emotions being stuffed down. I know you on a personal level, so we know a lot of your, I know some of the challenges that you have. And I do believe that you've been doing that for a long time. And as someone who has done that for a very long time, except for, is learning over the last 3 or 4 years to not do that anymore, it can be a big step in that direction. I believe that when you really focus, last week, I think we talked kind of a little bit. No, last week was about the shit that was stirring. That's right. So we talked about you finding your purpose and really stepping into that. So I feel like that's a big part of it, because that's going to me, when you find your purpose and you really know and you own it and you love it, that's like freedom. And that actually will allow you to start expressing yourself more freely. And you'll start to release some of those emotions. And I feel like that could potentially help you when it comes to your body and your health. And your other card is happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And what I would add to that is that happiness is an inside job, and you can be happy whether you're on your right path or not. Sometimes it just makes it's a little harder to get there, but making that conscious decision every day to be happy and to recognize that you do control that in your life. Other people may take some chinks out of your armor sometimes, but ultimately at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, we get to choose happiness. So I encourage you to make that choice literally every day when you wake up. And
Yeah,
I had a thing I saw the other day that said, every single morning, the first thing you should think when you wake up is, I'm a fucking badass. So I encourage you to take that.
I love that so much. And I pulled for you too, Tammy. And the very first thing that came up was protection. So like when you talk about and I don't know you, so everything I'm doing is a hit from intuitive guidance, right? What do I need to focus to turn my health around? The very first thing that I got is like, your health is being impacted by the loved ones around you. Like the stress that you carry and like keeping everyone together and keeping everyone upright and keeping the balance everywhere is deteriorating your insides. Like that's the hit that I got. Your angels are saying you need to really protect yourself, your energy and your power. Like right now, everything is outward of you. You're focusing on everything outside of you. You're making it about everyone else. And your angels are like, listen, you need to make this about you. You need to protect yourself. You need to go within. We've got your people. They are all protected. They are all good. This is not your job right now. This is not your energy. This is not your focus. In order to take care of you and turn your health around, you need to protect yourself. And they're also saying like, you're not taking the time to relax and like take care of yourself and meditate and create headspace and create that alignment in your soul. And they're like, listen, like get away from everyone else, go within, find your center. And then from there, you can be guided to healing. Right? There's also this energy like you're doing your best to just move into healing and turning your health around. And so you're, again, focused outward on that. What can I do? What actions can I take? Angels are like, stop it. Focus on you, protect your energy, protect your power, protect yourself, do your meditation, get into that tranquility, calm down, slow down, and align. And then we can guide you forward from there.
That's beautiful. I love that.
I think this Facebook user at 1119 is next. And then I have a question on my side that would be after that.
Okay, so let's see. Who do we have here? Okay, 11:19 your time is 10:19 my time.
10:19
next question is, our next question should be Lucinda. And I was just looking at it. The past year is and has been a complete tower moment for me and my family. I need to get an idea of what I need to do moving forward.
Okay. Lucinda, right?
Yes, you're welcome, Tammy. And
Yes.
Marge, I'm going to have Alicia help us with your question.
Yeah,
It's not her question. It's not her question specifically. She's asking about the energy from the last eclipse. So I figured maybe once we answer this question and your question on your side, maybe you can give a little bit of information about how eclipse season is coming in and how it's going to affect people.
Definitely, I'd love to do that. So Lucinda, I need to get an idea of what I need to do moving forward. Like angels are saying, go. So it's like you're asking for an idea of what to do moving forward, but your angels are like, move full steam ahead. Like you already know. There's tons of positive energy surrounding you, but you're not moving. It's like you want that another confirmation. Like there's this energy that you keep asking and keep asking and keep asking and keep asking. And angels are like, stop. Ready, set, go, full steam ahead. You need to move and quit sitting in this energy of needing more and more and more information before moving. Perfect time to move forward. What is your heart desire? So that's another thing. Step in. What is your heart saying? Where are you being called? It's like, what do I need to move forward? How does it feel, right? Where are you feeling connected? You don't need this answer. It's not outside of you. You've already gotten your synchronicities. You've already gotten your guidance. And now you just need to trust inside. There's tons of positive energy around this. But also they're saying, listen, you might be being a little distorted because you have people around you that are confusing you on that direction. There's some negativity going on around you. And they're saying you need to block all of that out, trust yourself, and go full steam ahead.
I love that. All right, I'm writing an answer. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone who I have or haven't seen come in. Thank you for being here. So Lucinda, I pulled you some cards from my unicorn deck, and interestingly enough, they came out what I feel like in the exact opposite order of how they would come. But I loved it because as I laid them out in front of me, I was like, this is perfect. Well, I'm so glad the donkey is outside.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
I love it. I want to come to your farm. I love it so much. I am such a farm girl.
Oh, well, you should. I'll send you some information. We have a rainforest on our farm, and so we have a yurt Airbnb in the rainforest.
Oh my
and
God!
Then people
I'm
come
there.
to the barn and check out the horses and the barn and the donkey. He's a miniature donkey. He's not a full size donkey. He's only like 3 feet tall.
I'm just gonna lose it.
Okay, so the first card that I just pulled for you, I'm going to give you first, Lucinda, because this, I think, runs right into line with what Alicia just finished. And that's, I feel like you want to move, but you aren't surrendering. I feel like the surrender is what's holding you back. Yep. And there's no judgment here because I am the queen of the universe has given me 25 signs and I'm still asking for one more. So surrender says I can release my need to control. And you're finishing up a tower moment. So these other 3 cards to me are perfect to finish up a tower moment. And so is surrender. It's kind of like surrender. So you can move. And then when you start moving, you're going to receive the miracles that you're looking for. And so your cards are miracles, celebration, and delight. So what I'm feeling, and I'm getting tingling again. So what I'm feeling is once you surrender that control and start moving, because you've got the signs, everything's there, everything's showing you the direction to go, and you're looking for more confirmation. And I understand that because I'm that same way. But take the step. Take the first step. And you and I don't know if this has to do with what you and I have talked about in the past with your dream that you were working on. And I know you had taken steps on it from there. So whatever it is, whether it's that or something else, because it's been a little while since we've had a conversation, take that step, surrender the control, know where you're going because you already do, trust yourself, which is a big thing that I work on, and go forward. So the miracles say, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So even the miracles card is surrender the how. And then your celebration card, a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. And delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. So that's, I feel like that just, I love this. And I knew that it would work this way, Alicia, because
so you can move. Sorry about that again.
That's okay. I loved it because it's like when you pull cards first, my cards follow your cards. It's like the messages come, no matter who goes first, the messages align. It's beautiful.
I love it.
I love it.
That is really awesome.
Okay. Lucinda's taking the donkey as confirmation.
All right. So Celia's question that we have next is, what should I focus on during this Mercury retrograde?
Okay.
So I'm going to pull from my energy deck for that one.
All right. Ooh. If anybody has a question, please just leave it in the comments. We are going to be jumping off here in about 25 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, because I know that Alicia has an 11 o'clock appointment, and I have a very long list of to-do things today. Behind me, Emily, is Zana. That is Robbie's mom. Robbie was over here earlier, but he'll be back, I'm sure. He doesn't miss an opportunity to be a cameo. He's the new baby. Zana came from Terry Meter. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think you might know who she is. She's down in Texas.
All right. So Celia, what I pulled for you first and foremost is like right now, this energy of Mercury retrograde is like bearing the fruit of what you've been doing, the work that you've been doing. So when you look in the area of communication, and then look in your chart, where is Aries? So if you are paying attention, Celia, if you want to shout that out in the comments, where is Aries in your astrological chart? What planet is it with? We opened this up, Misa and I, talking about our Aries is in Venus. So when you look at Aries and Venus, for Misa and I, what's going to be going on? Why the fuck does this have to happen right now? But in Mercury retrograde, ours is going to be around how we communicate in relationships, where we're still in the energy of the full moon in Libra, which is a planet ruled by Venus. So like Misa and I are like relationship, love, relationship, romantic, love. Like everything is centered around that because of the full moon, where our Aries is. Like, so we're going to have a lot of focus in this area because that's where Aries is in our chart. So this bearing fruit is going to be around communication, but I want you to dive deeper into where Aries is in the chart and what that communication is bringing forth for you. But also your angels are saying like, you're so used to talking and speaking, they want you to open up your ears for some of that guidance and what you need to learn. Oh, it's your Venus as well. So, okay, you're just right here in this crazy shit show funnery with the two of us. Exactly. So your ears are wide open. I really feel like, angels are saying like, it's time for you to be listening. It's time for you to pay attention to where you're being guided. Like, and this is your love relationship. So what is he saying? What is he bringing to the table? Where is he coming from where you normally aren't listening? They want your ears to be wide open, but you're also going to be bearing a lot of fruit. So they're saying like this Mercury retrograde is going to be bringing a lot of good energy into that relationship and into that communication. If you heed this advice and you are more quiet and you're more listening for that guidance, for sure. That's what I got.
All right. So, Cecilia, welcome to our live stream. I got a few cards for you. So I have, where am I called to use my voice right now? You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be a catalyst for healing in others. And I don't know what you do, but I feel like that's an important message. And how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. And then the two unicorn cards that came out for you, they were really quick to come out. And so the first one was compassion.
Oh, I should be showing my cards.
Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. I feel like these two cards came out first, and I feel like this one, the compassion card, definitely aligned with what Alicia was talking about hearing and then responding and all of the things. And the other ones kind of did, but and then your last card is abundance.
That's that bearing fruit that matched my bearing fruit card, right? Like, yep. It's the same thing. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly. Enjoy the beauty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. I love it. And I really do. I think the deepening the trust and even the using your voice, because in order to communicate with someone, you have to listen, but you also have to use your voice in a way that doesn't add to whatever conflict you might be having, and instead does, like, as a matter of fact, I caught your live, I think it was last week, Alicia, where you were talking about having those conversations and allowing people to do their part, and then you do your part. And I loved that. I don't know if Cecilia saw that, but if you haven't watched that, if you're looking at communication, I love that. I will go back and revisit it again, because that to me was a really clear way of helping to resolve conflict. And in a super way. And guys, anybody who wants to join Alicia's group, she does lives in there about empowerment and speaking your truth and all the things. And so I'll have her drop her link in the comments.
I don't have comment access. Do I just need to send it to you and then you'll post it?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you'll be able to comment in the post.
That's true.
You'll be able to comment, but either way, I can put it there as well. But those are great things. So I feel like, yes, it all still came together. It didn't feel quite as obvious, but it all blends together. I love it.
I want to add something to the back of that for Celia off that card. You know, Celia, we were in session the other day. You were talking about, actually in the soul treat the other day, you were talking about, you know, like loving yourself and being true to yourself and being at peace with that. And the main card that Misa just pulled from the Soul Truth deck is about finding your voice. And so your angels are still reminding you, like, when you go to speak, there's still editing happening, right? You're still not showing up in your power. But then Misa also brought up in her card pool that when you do go to speak, there still is that fire, right? And you're still needing to work on how to express yourself without maybe that anger underneath, or maybe the contention underneath. So your angels are saying you still got to speak up, but you're still working on how that comes out. And so the other thing I want to say on the back side of that is be mindful that you're not controlling too many things at the same time. The very first thing you need to do is speak out, right? Speak up. Have your voice, that power, how you feel, what you need, whatever. And then from there, when you get in the habit of speaking up, then you learn how to use the tact and have that respect. I think the biggest challenge for women is when they speak up, they always want to be perfect. Everything needs to come out right. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't want to offend anybody. And I'm over here going, fuck it. Like, listen, I would rather tell you exactly how I feel and maybe hurt your feelings a little bit so we have something to work with than me editing it out and then my stomach's getting sick and I'm not saying what I need to say and you think you know how I feel, but you really don't know how to feel because I'm not telling you how I feel. That creates discombobulation and cyclic destruction. So first and foremost, learn to speak up, and this is for everyone. And then secondarily, it's about learning to speak with value, honor, and respect of yourself and other people. It is very hard to do both of those things at one time when you're learning both of them, okay?
That's beautiful. Okay. So
we have the moon and solar eclipse question, and then it looks like it goes to Michelle on my side.
Okay. And then Emily has one at
11:40. Yeah, whoever that was at 11:40, so 10:40 your time.
Yes, so that was Emily.
All right. Okay. So the question.
Do we have Michelle?
Oh no! First of all, we're gonna do. I don't know who this is, but the moon and the solar eclipse coming, or is it just me? Yeah, I mean, everybody needs to realize we've got a lot of things going right now as far as energy in the universe and astrology. Okay, so I'm just going to do my best to run this down quick so we can get to these other two. But first and foremost, you have the spring equinox. Okay, so we can't forget that. For the next 90 days, the energy is of new rebirth, renew, planting, so that it can bloom, right? So there is a lot of creation, fertilization energy going on right now, and that is the energy of the universe. So you might feel this like, go, let's move, let's do. And if you didn't do the work in the winter solstice, though, to that introspection and what you want and what connects with you, you're over here going, what the fuck do I want? What the fuck do I need? What do I do? I need to move, but I don't know where to go, right? This is why working with the energy of the universe, the equinox, the solstice, astrology, what's going on with the planets is so powerful and a big part of the soul healing work that I do, because otherwise you end up in the spring world. Like outside weather is spring, but you end up stuck in the winter soul, and that's how you get, I have seasonal depression. No, the fuck you don't. You're just stuck in that season in your soul because you don't know how to move forward through the literal seasons of the world. So you have the spring equinox, spring energy, right? Then you go into the lunar eclipse, which just supercharges the energy of the full moon. And the full moon is the duality of the quote unquote, all about themselves, what they need, their boldness, what they want to say, Aries. in the flip side of the Libra, that's all about balance and harmony, and I want everybody to be happy. So the Aries is going like, fuck you people. And Libra's going, come on, everybody, let's just get along. And so there's always duality in the full moon. And so you have both of those things supercharged. So when you have a full moon, the energy and intention that your job is to harmonize those two sides. So your job is to harmonize that feeling of like, this is what I need. This is how I feel. This is where I'm going. And I want you to come along with the energy of like, how do you feel? What's going on with you? How can I help you? And so that's what you're doing your best to harmonize. And you do not want to be too much in either of those energies. But when you have the lunar eclipse supercharging that, these energies are being pulled both ways even more. Well, that it doesn't stop there, right? So we have not only the spring equinox, not only this fucking lunar eclipse supercharging, but then you have the full moon in Libra, which the planet, the rules Venus. So then you've got romance and you need to focus on that and build that. But you're talking about your needs in your love relationships. And then they have their needs and you're kind of like feeling like, fuck your needs. But wait, tell me what your needs are again. And so it's like this push and pull there. And then you've got Mercury retrograde. And so when you start adding all these things together, for those of us that have our Aries in fucking Venus and then the full moon, and like our relationships are either going to implode and like explode and be over, or they're going to be the most beautiful fucking things. I really just feel like it's going to be black or white for those of us that it's like love, 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 love. Right? So what I'm doing my best to say here is, yeah, everybody's feeling this energy for sure. And then when you step into Mercury retrograde, you have this energy of like miscommunication, misunderstanding, missed opportunities to create, for those of us that are in Venus, right? The Aries and Venus, to create better relationships. So we might be being faced with like, okay, conversations we had in the past, but then we kind of avoided. And now they're back here because they're either going to strengthen our relationships, or they're going to help us decide, you know, like maybe this isn't for us, or help us decide like, okay, here's the work that we need to do. So everybody's feeling this energy, but we're all feeling it in different ways. But I want to remind you that the full moon is about love, romance, intimacy, right? It's being supercharged by that eclipse. And then you have Mercury retrograde. So you really want to be looking at all the different areas of your chart. So I'm doing a deep Mercury retrograde session today. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern. That really will dive into this, and we'll pull in more of your astrology and give you more information around this. But hopefully that helps you see like the energy of the universe, full moon, everything affects everyone. The question is, how much do you understand it? How much do you understand yourself? How much do you understand the people around you? And what are you doing to work with it and grow through it? And what are you doing to give yourself and other people grace during that time? We have a lot of compounded energy going on right now. So did that help make things make sense? I just want to check in and see if that helped.
I think it did, and I love that you brought up the Libra part of it, because I have an Aries Venus and I have a Libra moon, and so I find myself, especially lately, flip-flopping between the two. It's like fuck everything, fuck everyone, or
oh, I love you, come here. Yes, and I have a Libra ascendant, so that's so funny how much you and I are fucking alike. That blows my mind. So mine's a Libra. Oh my god. So yes, I'm like, I care so much about you, but then I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, this is what I need. It's so crazy, right? That back and forth of that battle inside you. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
thank you. I think so.
Yeah, you will understand more as you learn about yourself and your chart. It's really hard to understand what's going on with the moon, Mercury retrograde, and then you've got the spring equinox. Like, it's hard to understand how it impacts you without knowing your chart. So that's something that I'm teaching all the time in my moon ceremonies, my equinox, my solstice sessions, plus the retrograde sessions, in addition to all my soul healing, because the more you understand yourself and the people in your quality world, the better relationships you have. All
Absolutely.
right. Michelle says, what message would the universe and spirit like me to receive right now?
Okay.
Rebecca, if we can't get to your question live, I hope that we can. If we can't get to your question live, I will definitely do a poll for you, but we might be able to.
All right. So, Michelle, right?
Michelle.
First card I have for you is, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? No goal, no destination. will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. So today, the soul action is lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life value. Your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? And I could riff on that forever about the fact that we're so programmed to feel like the only way we can feel a certain way is if we achieve something first. Oh, you have to be this to be happy or this to feel successful. It's like, feel it. And really, I mean, I go back to the Wayne Dyer, when you believe it, you'll see it. So feel it, and that helps you bring what it is that you want into your life. If it's not right there, go to your end result and start feeling that, and then work your way to it. Mm-hmm. The next card I have for you is self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I don't know you at all, Michelle, so I don't know what gifts you have already found that you have, or what gifts that you're working on, or if you found your gifts yet, or where you're at in your journey. But to recognize that you have gifts that benefit others, and if you're not sharing that with others, then there are people out there who are waiting to receive the gifts that you have, who are, kind of specifically looking for you. So if you haven't put those gifts out there, then I encourage you to do so. Mm-hmm. So, innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonder. Again, it's that feeling to me. It's like all of these cards are like the soul feeling, the feeling of whatever it is that you desire, and then going there and doing the inner child work if you need to do that, or just recognizing your inner child and remembering that play is really important. It's as important as work. We need work, but we also need play. Hello to the Libra in me. We need balance. We need to do both. And oftentimes we get stuck in only the work and we forget the play. And that kind of drains the happiness out of your life. So allow yourself to play and to feel that joy. And the last card is Goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. Goodness, these words are so small. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. I just feel like it's all of that. It's like knowing your gifts, loving yourself, and recognizing what emotions that you're allowing to run your life, and then taking back your power and choosing the emotions that you want to run your life. And all of these kind of combine together to bring that to the surface for you. Mm-hmm. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so something really random before I do your reading, Michelle, is I'm just going to pull it. It's going to happen, Misa, so get ready, because your angels were like, listen, whatever's going on in your relationship, your love's relationship, Misa, angels are like, you're really too focused on balance and evening it out and like what you need and what you want to give. And I don't know, like, they're not telling me what side you need to sit on, but they're saying like, quit fucking focusing on the balance and you really need to move. And I don't know which direction you need to move because this wasn't your card pull, but you said something that came through. So I just want to let you know that like you're too much on the Libra side. So I guess that would mean Aries. You need to be looking at what you need, right? You need to look at what you're requiring in your relationship. So if I had to go to an answer because of what is going on in the planets, it almost seems like you're too focused on equality, where you need to really be speaking up and getting your needs met. There's something going on right there. So there you go, Misa. I was like, do you say something or do you just keep going with Michelle's reading? I was like, fuck it, I'm going to say something. Okay. All right, so to Michelle, so funny. My cards are pretty like identical. So very first card, I know I didn't show anybody else their cards. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's alchemy. This card is like, listen, Michelle, you have the Midas touch, full steam ahead. Like we're going back into that full steam ahead energy. When Misa pulled your cards, you know, they said like, start stepping forward, and you've been questioning a lot, like this spiritual journey and like going out and being a teacher and da 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 da. Your angels are like, right now, yes, go, it's good. So I think the actual question you asked was like, is this meant for me to go? Like, is this the path that I'm meant to be on? I think that's what you've been asking a lot. So that's the question that they actually answered. Everybody needs to know, if you're too embarrassed to ask your actual question, your angels are going to answer the question that you've been asking. That's just how that rolls. So you need to know that they're not just going to tell you what they want you to know. If you've been obsessing about something, they're going to answer what you've been obsessing about. So yes is your answer, Michelle. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. Like Misa said, everybody is going to welcome that. You need to step into that power. You need to love and honor and value and respect yourself during this journey. Like everything that the angels are telling you is the track that you have been on. And then playtime, right? And that was another thing that Misa's cards came through. It came through a little bit different, but it was the same thing. Like take time to play, take time to connect. And let me tell you, Michelle, your angels have been telling you this for a couple of months, because when we did our soul healing session, you needed to go on that little retreat getaway by yourself, right? Your angels are like, look what that did for you. Make sure you build that in and not let it get to a time where, oh my God, I need this. So yes, Midas touch, move full steam ahead. Just remember to play and have some fun in there. And again, Misa said that in the energy of like, we always have to have an accomplishment before we appreciate that, or before we're proud. It's that same thing with the playtime. Just play to fucking play, guys. Go on that shopping spree. Go do this. Go on the retreat. You don't have to reward yourself. You know what the reward is? Is that you are fucking you. Period. Right? Like that's why you're doing it. I'm going on a retreat because I'm a fucking badass. Period. You know, there's no other reason. We don't need another reason. All right.
No, and I would add to that, you know, and because a lot of times people are like, oh, you know, if I'm going to go play, it's going to cost money, and things, you know, for a lot of people in the world right now, things are really tight financially. Go to the park. You know what? My roommate from back when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, and she was in paramedic school, I think, at that time. And I had just come out of massage therapy school, and it was like, and we would just go to the park and swing on the swing sets. And that was what we did for stress relief. Every Sunday, when we both had time, we would just go swing on the swing set, and we would chat. And it was just it was my favorite thing to do. And it was like, and now I'm like, oh, I really need to find a swing set so I can just go swing. She's not here. I'm on the other side of the country, but I have that urge inside of me. And I'm like, I really need to go to the swing set someday, because that's just what's calling me to get out and play. And I just go walk in nature instead, because the swing sets are on the beach and I don't want to deal with the crowd and blah, blah, blah. But someday I'll find a set that's actually closer to me.
Absolutely. I love that. That's beautiful. That's a great way to play and connect. I would really like to get to whoever's question this is about her son, even though we only have a couple more minutes. Okay, that's Emily's question.
I'm good. I just know you have an appointment, so I don't want you to go over. So you can go first.
Okay, sounds good. All right, awesome. Emily, what's going on with the son's health? What's the guidance? Let's just do what the guidance is for son's health. Okay. I know you asked about allergy testing, but let's pull back and let the angels guide where that needs to go, because that's where your brain's telling you, which still might be part of it. But all right, let's see what your angels say. Oof. All right. Okay. So very first and foremost, angels are saying there's somebody in your life that can help you with this answer. The card that I pulled was helpful person. So there's somebody in your life that can help you with this answer and guide you here. So kind of lean into that, but also you might not realize who it is right now. So now that this has been brought to the forefront, pay attention for people to speak up and make suggestions, and or maybe just tell you something like, oh my God, I think that's it. So just be listening, but also pay attention to your intuition, because when you hear it, it's going to connect and you're going to know that that's the way that you need to move. But the other thing that your angels say is break free. This card is generally about like business as far as how it's read at the bottom, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying like you're so wrapped up in this, you can't see things clearly. You need to step back, you need to get an aerial view, you need to break free of the attachment of how miserable he is and how bad that impacts you and get out of that, because that's also where you're going to hear the answers. That's where that helpful person is going to come through and you're going to actually notice them, right? You're so close to it and it's engulfing you that you're not going to be able to have the guidance and the answers that you need. So you need to back up from that.
That's beautiful. Okay, so the first thing that I got was the potential for an inner ear infection. And that's a little bit of, I'm tingling while I'm telling you this. It's partially from a really old experience of my own. But it's partially because that's what the experience was that when you get like that out of balance in your ears, it's really common in children, it will make you sick. I was sick from Thanksgiving. This was when I was like 17. I was sick from Thanksgiving until like the end of January. And I wasn't always sick. I was sick for a little while, then I was well. Then I was sick, then I was well. Then I was sick, then I was well. And it was enough where I finally, as stubborn as I am, I finally went to the doctor, and that's what it was. Now, I'm not going to say that that's what it is, because my cards have an alignment with Alicia's cards. And I got another message while Alicia was talking, which was, I didn't want to blurt it